So we have yet another poll telling us what we've already known. So these are polls, you see on Twitter and stuff, um, where it's pretty non-biased. Anyone can vote in them. I see these polls all the time, and I can vote in them. I'm not even following the person, whoever. Like, I'll be scrolling through and see them. I'm not following the person, but you can still participate in them. So they're pretty a clear indicator, and especially on Twitter. I mean, come on Twitter. So it's a pretty good indication of what people are truly feeling. We have this thing where companies try to gaslight people into believing that, oh yeah, there's a huge audience that want modern politics and the uglification of beautiful women in their games. But then when the numbers come out, it shows the direct opposite. You see these games where there's a huge push for diversity, and then you see the game numbers, how many people are playing and the sales, and it proves the exact opposite. It shows that people are tired of it. But no one wants to listen to that. But gamers overwhelmingly vote for attractive lead characters, a new CI games poll. But is the AAA gaming industry listening? Of course not. So you have Humberly Gonzalez, who played Kay Vess. Now, this was supposed to be to her likeness. You want to see what she looks like? Absolutely fucking gorgeous. Does that look anything like her? No. And it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. So, Humberly Gonzalez, Kay Vess, nothing alike. Stephanie Taylor-Jones playing MJ, nothing alike. But you know who MJ does look like? This chick right here. Hannah Hoekstra, Aloy. Like, they take these gorgeous women, but I'm not allowed to say that because apparently I hate women, so I shouldn't even be defending them. But they're taking these gorgeous women and then making them look like dudes. Like, what is the obsession with like broader jaws and these wide chins in Western gaming? Again, you can see who it's clearly based on. It's clearly not modeled after the person who did the voice and all that and the motion capture or whatever. It's clearly a self-insert. And people are tired of it. People are just tired of it. Wait, what was that? Marvel Spider-Man 2's Mary Jane. Oopsie, I had a poopsie. Is that fixed with AI? Thinks this is a great post and thinks did a bad job capturing likeness for the model of Aloy. Um, Wrong thing. But yeah, they're taking gorgeous women and then making them ugly. It's like I've said before, companies now are like afraid of gorgeous biological women. They're more worried about pandering to trans females than they are about than they're worried about taking care of the actual biological females. Look at Dragon Age. Dragon Age the Failguard had more options to look like a trans individual than you had for actual biological women. Like, the breast size only went up to like an A cup. So if you were a woman, a biological woman, and you wanted to see yourself in game, you're shit out of luck. Because, sorry, no big titties here because big titties scare them. So, they're talking about representation and feeling included, but yet, like, oh, hey, sorry, your titties can't get above an A cup, but if you want your female body to have a bulge, oh, yeah, that's allowed. Marek Tymiński of CI Games has sparked yet another debate in the gaming world, this time taking aim at what they are calling the uglification of gaming characters in AAA titles with a new poll. And this wasn't an issue several years ago. You had girls doing motion capture and all that, and when they translated it into the game, it looked just like them. This is a new thing. Of course, it's a new thing with the modern age of gaming, taking beautiful women and making them fucking ugly, because these people, I mean, it's not surprising coming from the side that doesn't even know what a fucking woman is. It's not surprising at all. Issued a question on Twitter asking gamers, should lead video game characters be widely considered attractive or aspirational by the vast majority of players? 84%. Now, again, these are ones you don't have to be following. You don't have to follow the guy to take it. If you see it on your timeline or your feed, you can interact with it. So it's pretty unbiased. 84%. 84%. The poll drew significant attention, garnering 11,134 votes. The result of the CI game poll was overwhelmingly in favor of bringing attractive characters back to the forefront of gaming. Because I've said before, we'll talk about representation. Most people who look like me, I don't want to see some fat, ugly dude as a main character. I want to play as the attractive characters, whether they be male or female. Like, I'm doing my whole Genshin experience in, all over again. I'm going through as Lumine. So, the female, but, oh, I hate women. I hate women. I'm constantly, especially that game, I'm constantly going on and raving about how amazing the females are in that game, how well written they are, and how gorgeous they are, how they're not afraid to be badass, but vulnerable at the same time. Well, these people in Western games, they make the females badass, or try to what they imagine is badass, but then it's, oh, they're putting the men in their place, emasculating men at every turn, and this and that. I bring up Galadriel. In Rings of Power, they try to make Galadriel into a warrior, but this woman who's been around since the beginning of time, essentially, who is so powerful and so feared that her mere presence is enough to bring people to their knees. She doesn't have to lift a finger. If that doesn't scream badass woman, I don't know what does. Imagine you being so feared and revered that your mere presence brings people to their knees. Your name strikes fear in people, and you don't even have to lift a finger. That is true badassery for a woman. Not this whole, oh, I'm a woman taking down 6 Numenorians all at the same time because, I'm strong. No. That is what they think is a strong female when it's not. You had people like with fucking She-Hulk telling Bruce about he doesn't understand and blah, blah, blah about, I've been catcalled and blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh no, you've been catcalled? Run home to your daddy. You want to know who can't run home to his daddy? Bruce. You want to know why Bruce can't run home to his daddy? But you want to complain and tell him he doesn't understand because he's never been catcalled? Are you fucking serious? So, people are tired of the girl bosses. They're tired of these beautiful fucking women. Beautiful fucking women being made to look like this shit. And again, this is only a current thing. This is a modern thing. We had no problem making attractive characters who were badass a couple years ago. This is a modern thing. The poll addresses a growing frustration among gamers about the apparent trend in AAA gaming to make characters, particularly female ones, less conventionally attractive. Critics argue that many studios are deliberately downplaying traditional feminine features or giving characters overtly masculine traits, such as pronounced jawlines and angular features. Yeah. Like, people have put up entire compilations of just, like, the jaw. I think that's what people call it. The jaw. It's like, actually, hang on. It reminds me of this. People, like with black characters, you had actual black characters and they were diverse in how they looked. Now, it's like, just look at the haircut. It's the same fucking haircut. one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 characters, all with the same exact hairstyle. Of all hairstyles they can pick. I mean, you had, back in the day, you had Jax, Barrett, and not one of them looked any, they didn't look the same. They all looked like diverse individuals. Now you have this haircut all the fucking time. And then you have this chick who's like the same in everything. So this is what people are complaining about. They want to talk about diversity and representation. Not every black male has this fucking haircut. So that is what people are complaining about. It's like, it's not the diversity or like with females, it's not the females themselves. It's the fact that they're going out of their way to either stereotype or make the females look uglier than the people who are actually portraying them, because like they have this fear of women. And this is what they think of black people. To them, you're just a fucking stereotype. You have all these creative minds, all these left-wing creative minds that's so artistic, and this is all they can come up with is this one freaking hairstyle. Come on. Come on. But people are tired of these companies wanting to freaking grandstand and like, oh, well, we're for inclusivity and this and that. But then they give you terrible characters. They take these women, these beautiful women, they uglify them. They take black people, like black men, give them the same freaking hairstyle because they're not creative enough to think of anything else. And then when you call them out on it, they're, oh, you're just a bunch of phobes, this and isms, and far-right extremists, and you kick puppies, and blah, blah, blah. But the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. These gaming companies that do this put out these games to find, oh, gee, why is no one buying our game? Well, because people are tired of it. They're flat out tired of it. Notable examples include Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Star Wars Outlaws, Spider-Man 2, and Horizon Forbidden West, among others. These design choices have led to widespread online debate, with many gamers questioning why AAA developers seem intent on moving away from characters that are not only aspirational, but also visually appealing. While advocates for these changes often frame them as a push for realism or inclusivity, the poll results suggest that the vast majority of players prefer escapism and fantasy that attractive characters bring to games. Gaming at its core is a hobby rooted in escapism. Yeah. That's what these people don't seem to... that's why like you have so many people trying to make games basically like movies now, but that's not what people want. People, if we want to watch a movie, we'll watch a movie. We're not spending $70, $80 on a game to watch a fucking movie. We want a gaming experience, something that takes us from the real world into this fictional one. Immerse themselves in a new world, often as someone they aspire to be. I bring this up all the time. Look at all the black people and Mexicans who look up to Goku. Does he look like them? No. Are they ever going to become a fucking Super Saiyan? No. But yet they look up to him because it's not about what he looks like. It's about what he represents. So this whole, for diversity and for... No, just shut up. That's not what it's about. It's for all these freaking chronically online weirdos who need to see themselves in constantly everything. Otherwise, they don't feel validated. Like, oh my god, I can't see myself. I don't exist somehow. Despite the fact that you know there are millions of other people just like you. For many, the characters they play embody the qualities they wish to see in themselves. Heroism, strength, and yes, attractiveness. Yeah, again, I don't want to play some fat, ugly dude who looks like me. I want to play as a finely muscular looking individual who is obviously better looking than me, but also shares the same values. So I don't understand what's so hard about this. If you want games with ugly fucking characters, then just go make your games with ugly fucking characters and leave our characters alone. This isn't a new concept. Iconic characters like Lara Croft, Nathan Drake, and Gerald of Rivia have long exemplified the balance of compelling storytelling and aspirational design, making them beloved figures in gaming history. Let's see. Input a gender selection of medieval fantasy RPGs. 49,000 votes. So do not sit here and tell me that all of those votes are right-wingers. Do not even fucking try to. That is too many votes to be just one side. So don't even fucking try to tell me that shit. Yeah, about the body type A and B. The publics are shaping up to be very public demographic studies of game. Yeah. And again, it's not one side. It's pretty much, if you come across it, you can vote in it. But 49,000 people to the whole body type A and B. Clearly, it's not one side. Clearly, the gaming industry just doesn't want to listen to the gamers. And instead of listening to us and about what'll help them make more money, they're just doing whatever the hell they want. And then when their game fails, shock Pikachu face, calling us phobes and isms when we've been telling you all along what you had to do. Maybe put your politics aside and just go back to making games, which means listening to the people who are telling you, hey, we want attractive characters. They don't have to be, naked or anything, but just aesthetically pleasing. Okay, we're not asking for fucking OnlyFans type whores as characters. We're asking for just attractive characters. They don't have to be naked. They don't have to be scantily clad. Just make them attractive. Like, is it really that hard? But no, it's like, oh, well, we gotta push for representation. Okay, well, enjoy losing money then. Enjoy losing money then. But, I mean, this is a shock to no one. And you'll have the other side, like, oh my god, you guys are a bunch of gooners and attractive. Again, this character, she doesn't get naked. She doesn't remotely get become scantily clad. And people are complaining about the way she looks because they took Humberly Gonzalez, this gorgeous woman right there, and turned her into that. So maybe it's not about, oh, gooners wanting someone to sexualize. Maybe men and women just want attractive characters to play as. I mean, women come out and say this, but they're just ignored. For a company and for people on the left who say that they care about women and women's voices, they sure do shuttle down a lot of women's voices. But again, coming from people who can't even define what a freaking woman is, it's not surprising. But there you go. Overwhelming. And again, it's not a biased poll because anyone can vote. You don't have to follow the guy, so it's not going to be, oh, well, it's all his followers. No. It's anyone who comes across it. But they're just pointing out what we've known for years now. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.